Stejalent Mobrahonan. Kobayashi Maru? Fuckman! Darmok Angelata Tanagra. Obra mine. Hey everybody, I'm Gardiner, the Linux gamer, and I just played Pyre. It's an action role-playing sports game developed and published by Supergiant. Pyre was released for Linux July 25th, 2017. I bought this game with the help of my incredible patrons. Thanks guys, you make this possible. If you want to help this channel grow, you can pledge a monthly contribution over on Patreon, or you can hit that subscribe button. Right off the bat, if I didn't know anything about Pyre, I'd be able to tell you it was a Supergiant title. Common elements found in their other games like Bastion and Transistor persist here, lending the developer's signature aesthetics to this piece. The character designs are striking and unique. Similarly, the visual style of their 2D/3D hybrid engine makes its return. The environments feel like a Technicolor 70s prog rock band's album art, or perhaps an acid-fueled Susian nightmare. I'll let you decide. Either way, it's definitely not what I'd consider my style. Without a doubt, the most compelling element of each Supergiant game is the music of composer Darren Korb. His distinctive style, the vamping guitars and melodies that push forward without finding much musical resolution, are a great means of setting the stage for Pyre. The instrumentation is perfect and uniquely Supergiant. However, I find myself particularly disappointed with Pyre. The game relies heavily on the story, and while I'm not opposed to such things, I am pretty particular. The writing, which in my estimation is the most crucial element of an interactive novel-type game, is intentionally stilted to deliver a sense of alienness. However, I find the peculiarities in the prose to be at best ostentatious and at worst simply annoying. Most of the gameplay comes from reading the dialogue between characters and yourself, the reader. And occasionally you have choices to make about which route to take, which I suppose adds some replay value. You also have some limited relationship management between yourself and the many characters on your journey. Personally, I find the story to be an uninteresting mesh of occultic fiction and post-apocalyptic fantasy. I wasn't drawn into the story at all, and since it makes up the vast majority of your time with the game, these drawn-out dialogue sections become tedious, to say the least. The various dialogue trees and the limited choices to be made in the main portion of Pyre are punctuated by what feels like sports minigames. Described as rites by the game's odd narration, this is where I had the most fun with the game. You get to choose 3 people to assemble your team out of a roster of uniquely abled folks. From there, the rites begin and your team is pitted against an opposing group of 3. A ball drops in the center of the court. The ball must be either thrown or delivered to the other team's flame, thus diminishing the glory of it until it's extinguished. The winning team is the one that extinguishes the other flame first. These rites are the most interesting part of the game, yet they're seemingly over before they begin, and it's back to the wearisome story. Pyre has a local multiplayer component too. You're able to play the actual rites with another person, or face off against a computer opponent. This is the most interesting aspect of Pyre to me, since I couldn't care less about the story. Pyre performs great with no slowdowns or stuttering on my custom Steam machine powered by an NVIDIA GTX 970. However, the game refuses to boot on my System 76 Lemur with Intel HD graphics. I find this odd since the game's visuals aren't anything special. Sadly, I find myself feeling so let down by Pyre. Personally, the story is quite boring, but don't let my opinion deter you. It might be exactly what you're looking for. The production value of this game is about as high as any other from Supergiant. I was so excited for Pyre. I've been a fan of Supergiant's other games, and I was hoping to find another great experience from them. Unfortunately, this isn't my cup of tea. Pyre is available for Linux through the Humble Store, GOG, and Steam. Links are in the description. Nancy Bromile. Wubba-lubba-dub-dub. God, you never take anything seriously. Okay, feel free to tell me how wrong I am about Pyre down in the comments or on Twitter @TheLinuxGamer. You also might consider supporting videos like this over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button to see more from me, the Linux Gamer. And don't forget to share and like this video with your friends. As always, thank you so much for watching.